23rd of January 2020, I sent the file to the appeal court in Poitiers, all translated into French, secure, signed for, return notification of arrival post. It cost a bit, but I wanted to know that the appeal court had got it. In March 2020, I sent another file, again registered post, with the exact material in it, also translated, to the Dupont solicitor. I received the pieces from Philippe Curtis on the 18th or 19th of March, less than a week before the court date. It was all in French. Remember, it's how the game is played. Leave a person in the dark. Don't give them their human rights. You would think that this world-famous solicitor would know that one of the basic human rights was the equality of arms, and I should have equal opportunity as the other party. Not given anything in my native language, which I am sure such a big and famous cabinet of solicitors was quite capable of doing, meant they weren't giving me an equal opportunity. This did not live up to the profile he portrayed. The profile being Philippe Curtis' desire for fighting for justice and the truth. Not his desire in my case. I tried to understand the document that had been sent to me, but with less than a week to go before the 25th of March, I couldn't get it translated. As I was endeavouring to do this myself, a voice came into my head. Don't bother, it's a game. They are only going to try to direct you away from what they are hiding. Funny enough, there was no mention of alcohol, medication, medical records, health status, ages, or the lack of an autopsy. No reference to the national expert Mark Push. I wonder why that was. But just as the undamaged plastic wheel hub in the edge that I was gifted a year after the accident was a sign from the universe indicating to me that the wheels needed looking at more closely, for it was a sign that I was on point and that the evidence was sabotaged to look as if I had overtaken. Another gift sent and presented to me in the paper sent by Philip Curtis was in piece 30. In piece 30 there was a photo of Maurice Dupont with a glass of alcohol at his right hand in the summer of 2015, so less than a year before the accident. This showed a number of things. Firstly, he not only could drink, as the Dupont solicitor said in the court, but he did. And they had just proved it with a photo less than a year old. This photo wasn't taken years before the 2nd of April 2016, but only months before. Now I knew why alcohol is never mentioned and why a test for alcohol is never taken. The police say there wasn't sufficient blood. Rob and Stephen walked the scene of the accident. The emergency teams were trying to get me out of my car. They saw no blood near the Duponts, so no huge amounts of physical loss of blood, more than can be said in my situation. I had asked my team of guardians to give me signs that what I knew deep in my being was true, and there was a reason why everybody is hiding and avoiding discussing the subject or the word alcohol. Like the wheel hub, this photo was the sign I needed. I now knew this 85-year-old was not a teetotaler, but consumed alcohol. The only bit of information that the police managed to find out about the Duponts was that they drove 2.5 hours from Cognac to visit with family and friends in Saint-Pompin, and they left just after the traditional apéro time. Apéro time is a very serious time for the French, and usually is in the early evening, where they have drinks with friends or family between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. This tradition of France is very much active today, especially with the older generations. The most disappointing thing is that the DuPont's couple sat with family or friends who knew what they drank and ate, yet they allowed them behind a car wheel. Why didn't any of these people or anyone connected to the DuPonts ever get questioned officially and provide a sworn witness statement? My partner had to. There are so many people involved in this cover-up. Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. I wonder how they all sleep at night. If my two boys had been in the car, they'd probably have sentenced me for killing my own sons too. But justice does exist outside any human justice system, and my boys were never meant to be in the car, just me. I have immense gratitude for that. I would raise a glass to all those that did and are hiding the truth, hiding behind their unspoken words, allowing the untruths to grow into a jungle of cover-ups and deceit. But I can't. I don't drink, and I haven't got my right hand.
It's a mystery to me. The game commences for the usual fee, plus expenses, confidential information. It's in a diary. This is my investigation. It's not a public inquiry. Checking out the reports, digging up the dirt. You get to meet all sorts in this line of work. Treachery and treason, there's always an excuse for it. And when I find the reason, I still can't get used to it. What have you got? At the end of the day, what do you got to take away? A bottle of whiskey with a new set of lies, blinds on the